Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. So this is the finale for the Churchill Mark III, which is from Italeri, 1/72 scale. You'll recall that I was going to finish this in Russian markings with winter camouflage. Just a bit of a history, the Russians received 344 Churchill Mark IIIs and 4s were sent to Russia. I think 91 of them were lost in transit, obviously with the Arctic convoys, and they served at various famous battles. For instance, Stalingrad, I believe they were at Kursk as well, and the one that you can create here was based at Leningrad. So I'll just show you some of the components of the dio that I used to create the finished result. So here you can see we had some pre-made trees. I just bought a set, pre-wintered and whatever, so they just needed sticking on the base. They do come with their own bases, so you just set them on the diorama and then you can just place those in. Some Peaky Blinder pale ale to obviously help with the creative juices. Now, got some of this flocking, which is Woodland Scenic's underbrush, to add to the base to give an idea of gorse or something like that. And then various paints from Citadel, Rhinox Hide, Doombull Brown, and I think I used a bit of Scrag Brown as well. The other paint I used, which really isn't a paint, it's a wash, was Agrax Earthshade. The only other item I used was, I think it was from Greg Riley, and it was some dried tea leaves or something like that, and I used that for underbrush that was underneath the conifers. As you know, most coniferous forests don't have much plant life growing under them, so they're quite dead in that manner. So I shall get the build and dio now, and we'll have a look at it together. So here it is, guys. Basically I was painting the tools on the Churchill about 30 minutes ago, and then thought to myself, you know what, I think this is finished. So the grey base that you saw, I did put some textured paint from Games Workshop over the base. I initially put down the bases for the tree, super glued those to the base first, so then I could just put this texture paint over everything. Then I painted it all with the Rhinox Hide from Games Workshop. Then I did a bit of dry brushing with Doombull Brown, and then added a bit of Scrag Brown, so that I'd got a base colour just in case it was seen anywhere. Obviously under the tank tracks was the main location where you would see like the mud ground of the terrain. Then I put the tea leaves that I mentioned, I think that's what they were, under the area where the pine trees, the conifers were going to be, and all I did with those was I used a pipette or whatever just to put some Agrax shade over those to darken them down. What I then did was I put the vehicle on the diorama where I wanted it, and I drew a few lines so I knew where the foliage was going to go, and I then put PVA glue down and added the foliage, the green underbrush, to the base. When that was practically dry, I then went round with the pipette again with some of the Woodland Scenic's diluted PVA, and basically dripped that on so that hopefully all the little tufts or whatever would be secured to each other and to the base itself. Then I was going to use Woodland Scenic Snow to obviously represent snow, but I've lost my pot of the Woodland Scenic Snow, so I didn't know what I would use then. And then I remembered that my wife had got some gesso, which obviously is a thicker, like acrylic, than normal paint, and that's what I've used to represent the snow on the underbrush. So after that, obviously the vehicle could be sat on the dyno. After I'd showed it you previously, I needed to paint the tracks. I think I still needed to do the sludge wash. The sludge wash I did with a brown, dark brown pastel. I didn't use black on this occasion. And I must admit, when it dried, I decided not to remove it at all. It looked great the way it was. So I haven't cleaned that off. Then I had to, as I say, paint the tracks, paint the exhaust, and paint the tools. I haven't done any damage to this vehicle. There aren't any scratches or dints or whatever. It's just it's just arrived on the front, if you like, ready for action. So reasonably simple dyno, to be honest. There was no man-made structures I've got to make up. It was all quite natural, so quite happy with that. This is my 5th dyno this month alone, which surprises me, to be honest. It took me 6 months to do 9 dioramas, although one of them was the Panzer II with the convoluted house and floors and so on. So quite surprised that this came together so quickly. Really happy with this kit, this Italeri kit. I would happily buy this kit again, and I think it's the best 176 Churchill out there at the moment. If you guys have had experiences of better kits in this scale, then please do let me know. The only thing is, I think it may be about £5 more than the Airfix Churchill, so that may be a bit of a put off for some people. But certainly with the better detail, the crisper detail, I would probably get this over the Airfix one. I've mentioned before that you can do 3 other decal options, I think it is. You can do a Tunisia tank, a Dieppe tank, and the other one is Italeri. And the Italeri has the cream and like dark grey camouflage, which looks quite interesting. The Tunisian one and the Dieppe one have the same middle stone colour, but still interesting. So you may see me do another Italeri Churchill in the future. So now this is out of the way, I can concentrate on the Tempest. I know that James is posting his video today for the finale of his, so I need to get cracking and finish that. I hope you like the dyno. I will put this on the shelf now along with the others. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon.